Excel is an application in the Microsoft Office suite that you can use to create, revise, and save data in spreadsheet format. You can also add formulas and functions to perform calculations and analyze and share and manage information using charts and also tables. Excel has options for adding pictures, shapes, screenshots, and more to a spreadsheet. In order to master any software application, we must first learn to master the user interface. Wouldn't it be easy to work at a new job if you were fully acquainted with the tasks involved? Exploring Excel's interface will help you familiarize yourself with the options available in the application, which in turn will help you use the application much more effectively. If you're familiar with previous versions of Excel, you could probably remember that the work environment consisted of a file menu system along with standard and formatting toolbars. Office 2007 introduced a new results-oriented interface that we commonly refer to as the ribbon. The ribbon is an interface component that comprises several task-specific commands which are grouped together under various tabs. It is designed to be the central location for accessing commands in the Microsoft Office suite for performing both simple and advanced operations without having to navigate extensively. The ribbon has a set of default tabs which are reflected by Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formula, Data, Review, and also a View tab. Now, under each particular tab, you'll notice a set of what we call task-specific commands. When we refer to the task-specific commands, we're basically only talking about these groupings that you see below each section. So, for example, the first section is a workbook view, show, which changes things that could appear on our page or our spreadsheet, zoom, window, and then there's another one called macros. Now, if I go to another tab, such as the home tab, you'll notice that the task-specific commands are a little bit different. In addition to the standard tabs available on the ribbon, we'll notice that there is a green tab that stands out a little bit for us. This particular tab is going to be referred to more so as a view. In particular, we refer to this as something called the backstage view. The backstage view is an interface element with options that group similar commands together. This view is designed to simplify access to Excel features and can be used to save, send, print, or even open workbooks. If you go ahead and click on this particular tab, you'll notice that a lot of our commonly used selections would be available at this particular type of menu. The Quick Access toolbar is usually located above the ribbon and is displayed as an integrated component of the title bar. As if you look closely here, you'll notice I see some icons that reside on the toolbar at this time. In order to customize the items that appear as options on the Quick Access toolbar, I can simply click the drop-down arrow to the right of the toolbar and notice that I have some items that are checked. If I wanted to add an additional feature, such as spelling, I could just click on spelling and notice I get a spell check button that appears on the icon. If I would like to change the position of this particular toolbar, I can click the drop-down arrow again and select Show Below ribbon. One additional method I can use to customize this toolbar is to simply go to my backstage view, which is this green file button, and then from here I want to go to Excel options, and then within Excel options I do have a menu choice that basically says Quick Access toolbar. From here, this gives me a little bit more extensive choice of what type of popular commands I can add to my actual toolbar. So for example, if I had the need to have something like the Create Chart button, I could select Create Chart, simply say Add, and then just say OK. And now you notice that that button has been modified. The status bar located at the bottom of the Excel application window displays the current mode and cell information such as average, count, and sum. There's elements also present to adjust the appearance and zoom level of our currently selected spreadsheet by choosing the zoom slider that resides in this lower right hand corner. And to zoom in, I can just simply drag it to the right. And to zoom out, I can simply drag it left. One other option that I also have in my status bar is to have the ability to navigate through different page views. Currently, if I mouse over the first view, this icon represents something called the normal view. The middle icon is what we call a page layout view, and then this third icon is going to refer to something called the page break view. The formula bar, which is located below the ribbon, contains the name box, the insert function button, and also the formula bar text box. The name box would be reflected currently on our screen by this cell reference I9. The insert function button is represented by a little FX symbol. And then this remaining cell space here, which is this long white bar, is going to be referred to as our formula bar space. Contextual tabs are additional tabs that appear on the ribbon when you select a specific object such as a chart, a table, or a drawing. What I like to do right now is just to import a picture. So I'll say insert on the ribbon, choose picture. I'll just select a basic picture and say insert. Now that picture is a little large, so I'm going to go ahead and resize this so it's a little bit more manageable. There we go, that looks good. Now, at this point in time, when I'm clicked off into a blank cell and I take a look at my ribbon tabs, I'll see the Backstage View tab, which is green, my standard home, insert, page, layout, formulas, data, review, and then view tab. However, if I go and select the picture, notice that I get a different tab called format that didn't previously appear. This is an example of a contextual tab. These contextual tabs basically keep the number of tabs displayed on a ribbon to a minimum, so we don't have 50 different tabs up there. We can kind of bring up task-specific tabs like a picture tool tab. For example, if I click that, notice that these particular options all correspond specifically with something to do with this image. So if I wanted to change the color, if I wanted to add an effect, if I wanted to have a particular style for the picture, I could simply do that just with a few clicks. If I'm not quite a design expert, a template might just be the solution for all my design woes. A template is a pre-designed layout that's used to create a document or design pattern. A template can be created and stored in either an electronic or print medium. Like most templates, an Excel template is a fixed layout, and you can make changes to the layout and customize it to create a new design pattern. Let's take a look at how we would do this. If I go up to the Backstage button, which is the screen tab, and select it, from here, let's choose the New option. And then that gives us a menu system that basically says available templates. So just to keep it simple, let's choose Agendas. And the thing that's really neat about templates in Microsoft Office 2010 is the amount of variety that we can have available to us is going to be quite extensive, because our templates are linked to something called office.com. So basically it's an external website on the Microsoft Office web portal that allows us to have a much broader selection of different templates and things like that. So I'm going to just choose a basic meeting agenda, and I'll click download. And depending on what type of environment you work in, you may just need to get special permission from your IT people. I'll say accept because I know this is safe, and just in a matter of seconds it just load that template up into my workspace. So it's still a spreadsheet, but if I'm not real experienced with Excel, it could have probably taken me 20 minutes to customize this. to make it look, reflective of what the appearance is here. Our older, more seasoned users of Excel could possibly remember a time where we had, as a help mechanism, a little paperclip guy. He was very cute for the first few weeks that we had our computer set up, and he would sometimes tap on the glass of our monitor, reminding us that he was there available for assistance. Over the years, he's got diminished to more so a question mark. So on my screen, if I take a look at this blue question mark, that is somewhat the remnants of our little paperclip fella. So if I click on the little question mark, what I'll notice, an actual help dialog screen is going to pop up in just a few seconds here. And once again, very similar to the templates we previously talked about, notice that Office.com integrates with our help feature. What used to happen many years ago is the help files would get quickly outdated as many program changes were often integrated into an application. The Excel help window enables you to search for information for your Excel related questions and can be accessed by clicking the Microsoft Excel help button at the top right corner of our screen or window application. Now that you've got an introduction to the workspace and the environment, it's time to start talking about worksheets, formulas, and functions. Are you ready? Let's go.